If you're somebody who is trying to figure out how to manage leads, customers, clients, and client acquisition, then today's video is for you. We're going to use a special tool called GoHighLevel, which we white label as the online business automator. And I'm going to show you how to use the pipeline tool inside of the platform to better manage your leads, clients, customers, and better track the overall success of your business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen in a moment here, and we're going to dive on in. If you are not currently using this platform, there are links in the description down below so you can check it out for free. There's a 14-day free trial if you want to go through the GoHighLevel link. We do get an affiliate commission for that, so if you use that link, thank you so much. Otherwise, if you want to go direct, you totally can. If you want to use our white label, you're more than welcome to at onlinebusinessautomator.com, and you can get everything that we teach inside of here as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on in. All right, y'all. So this is the back end of our GoHighLevel white label. We're going to use a demo account here. This is one of the templates or snapshots that we've created over the years, which has a ton of templates built into it. But what we're going to focus on today is specifically on opportunities and pipelines. So whether you're using GoHighLevel on your own or you're using a white label version of it, the concept still applies so long as you have access to this feature. Now, the opportunities and pipeline component is one of the main features of the platform that I think is very underutilized for folks who aren't accustomed to pipelines. And I want to reference this because the dashboard view that you're seeing over here, this is based on the opportunities and pipeline section. So if you're wondering, why don't I see any data over here? What is this? There's nothing showing up. It's not accurate. It's because your pipelines aren't set up correctly and you're not using them in the best way possible. So all of this data, it pulls from the opportunities and pipelines section, which is why opportunities and pipelines are so important when we're looking at the metrics of your business and how to have a really nice, easy visual of what's going on. So let's go ahead and jump over to the opportunity section. Inside of the opportunity section, we want to do two things. One, we need to understand how this place area works, and then two, how to create a pipeline that works for your business. In this example here, you can see we already have one set up for the example of like a one-to-one functional medicine coaching type of business. And we have a few other ones based on different types of businesses and clients that we've worked with. Essentially, you want to think of pipelines as the different stages that a potential customer or lead would go through, depending on what stage they're in. Some business owners like to have these be very broad, and it'll just be new lead, warm lead, hot lead. That's one way to do it. I personally like to have a little bit more detail in my pipelines and understand the different phases that somebody might go through. So I personally like to have a pipeline dedicated to lead acquisition versus sales versus client delivery, so I can track clients in those different stages and it's not messing with one or another. But we're going to go ahead and just create a new one from scratch here. And what you're going to see in this example is the different stages that maybe for a sales pipeline with somebody who does functional medicine or nutrition or coaching in general, the different stages of that sales pipeline. So in this example, the first stage is if somebody landed on the application page and maybe they opted in, but they didn't complete their application. And we'd want to track that. We'd say, okay, this person's showing interest, but they haven't actually followed through. Then we have that this lead actually did submit their application. They're interested in working with us. They booked a sales call, so that's going to be the next stage. Did they submit their actual contract? Did they get that started? Did they sign the contract? Did they submit their payment? And did they complete their onboarding form? And now did they book their onboarding call? So this is what I would look at as like a sales and onboarding pipeline to see the different stages that a potential customer would move through when they're serious about actually working with me. And personally, I would keep this part separate from the lead generation pipeline, where I might want to track more granular data based on what lead magnets or what freebies or acquisition sources are more relevant or important. So how you create a brand new pipeline, because if you've never used this tool before, you're not going to see anything over here, is you actually have to build the pipeline first, and then you can use the tools. So the pipeline section actually has to happen over here in the pipelines area. And this is where you can build out your own pipeline that you would then create opportunities on. So for context, pipelines are the actual process here, the different stages. Opportunities are the cards that are going to go on this, which I'll show you in a moment. So let's start with our pipeline. We're going to focus on a marketing-based one here for simplicity's sake, since this will typically apply to most business owners. So we're going to go over here, create new pipeline. and we're just going to call this the marketing demo. Now, when we're building our pipeline, the stages, again, you want to think about the different stages of the client buying journey or the client acquisition journey that are relevant to your business. So for me, maybe this is something like the user opted into a freebie. So this would be somebody who submitted their email address, they opted into the freebie, and they've shown interest. And then maybe the next stage I want to know is, are they active in the nurture campaign for that freebie? So I want to know how many people are currently in my nurture campaign for my email sequence that have opted into this freebie versus how many have completed it. And then the next stage might be that they have opted into the workshop or some other next stage, right? You've got the freebie, and then we've got the nurture campaign, and then the next one might be workshop opt-in. And then maybe there's a sales campaign. So I want to know how many people have opted into the freebie, how many people who have opted into that are actively in the nurture campaign. Did they opt into the workshop? Are they now in the sales campaign? Maybe I want to track, did they view the sales page? And then I want to know, did they purchase? Now, a few other stages that I actually find are helpful to have on here are ways to track leads that didn't actually purchase. So this might be something like, did not purchase, inactive. So, and this is where I would put people once they finish that nurture campaign or that sales campaign. If they didn't actually end up purchasing, then I would just put them over here and I would mark them as a lost lead, versus if they're currently in this stage or in this stage, then they are a potential lead for me in my business. So I'm wanting to continue to see how many people are actively in that stage. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit save. And then what it's going to do is it's going to create the pipeline in the opportunity section over here. So I'm going to just toggle back, and now we're going to see that marketing demo option with these different stages. So I'm not going to go too in depth on the automation for this today. I just want to cover the basics with how you set up the pipeline. And then in future tutorials, if there's interest, I'll show you how to automate this so that it's not manual work, but it's a lot more streamlined. So to get started, the thing that we're looking at here is to add an opportunity. An opportunity is essentially the contact or the opportunity that you are tracking. And this usually is assigned to a contact that exists. Now I'm going to use the test2 here for demo purposes. I'm going to create it. And so as you can see, it's pulling the opportunity from the contacts. Okay. So I'm going to exit that window. There tends to be a little bit of a delay sometimes, so it might take a minute for the opportunity to show up. That's fine. But what we want to notice is when that opportunity does show up, that it's there. By default, GHL will have a filter on here that has it so it's only going to show the opportunities that are in this open status. So if you have opportunities that are marked as 1, you're not going to see them. You can remove that by clicking on that advanced filters and then deleting that little filter there. So that way you can see all of the leads. Now, there's a few really important things that you want to pay attention to here. When you click on the opportunity, it's going to have this opportunity value. So I'm going to show you how this is going to work. I'm going to cancel this. We're going to go to the dashboard, take a memory shot of this. You're going to notice here, we have one new opportunity, which is that opportunity we just created. So it's tracking that now, but there's no value attached to it. And so what we want to track is the value attached to a new potential lead or opportunity. And we do that inside the opportunity section by clicking on set opportunity and attaching a value. So in this case, maybe it's $1,000. This potential lead is worth $1,000. And of course, I actually want to assign them to yourself or your team member so that you can keep track of them. So you're gonna hit update. And what you're gonna notice is now when we go over here, I can see that my opportunity value is at $1,000. So there's a value of $1,000 in the current pipeline, and I can track and say, okay, cool. There's one person or however many people in here that are worth this much. Then I can start to track the conversion rates of that. So what we're doing is we're seeing how many people are actively in our pipeline. What stage are they in that buying journey? Where are people getting stuck, or were they not following through? And then of course we have automations that would naturally move them. So now they're in the nurture campaign, maybe they opted into the workshop, maybe now they're in the sales campaign, and they're going through the different stages of the pipeline. And that's tracked and easy for us to see at a bird's eye view on the dashboard because it perfectly correlates with the pipeline. Finally, what's really great about this is when somebody actually is won, meaning they purchase and they're considered a conversion, the lead status or the opportunity status, you would change from open to 1. Okay. And so when that happens, it marks the lead as an actual purchase, as an actual sale. And what that means is that lead is now considered a 1 conversion. So when we go back to the dashboard, we're going to see here that our conversion rate is 100%, 1 out of 1. We've closed 1K in sales. So now we can start to track the performance of our marketing initiatives, our sales initiatives based on the opportunities in a specific pipeline. So this is where you can start to see a lot of value in it, especially if you're somebody who's like, there's so many people I need to follow up with, or these things that I'm doing, or I'm using notes or spreadsheets or Google Docs, or I'm not even tracking this, I'm just looking at my inbox. Because this is how you can start to see the different leads in different stages and how they're moving through your pipeline, how your marketing efforts are paying off, especially if you're using different types of email opt-ins, nurture sequences, sales page views, all of that good stuff. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button per usual. If you have questions or requests on more tutorials that you'd like to see on GoHighLevel, please be sure to comment them down below. We do check them and read the comments, surprise, surprise. So we'll make sure we look at those. Again, if you're curious about GoHighLevel, feel free to use the affiliate link in the description down below. If you want to use our version of GoHighLevel, which is called the Online Business Automator, you can go to onlinebusinessautomator.com. Again, link is attached in the description down below. Either one of those, it's the same price when you're getting started. The biggest difference is on our white label, we actually include all of the templates that we've created from it. So if you're somebody who's a coach, consultant, course creator, especially in the wellness industry, you get a big heads up or a big step up with having those templates pre-built plus our actual built-in support, just geared around what we do. If you want to learn more about how to leverage software like GHL and our OBA in your business and how to build a more robust digital marketing strategy to automate and streamline your business, be sure to download the free Built to Scale guide to escape the algorithm. This is a free guide that we've created as a resource for business owners like you who are wanting to figure out how to connect all the pieces of their business and build something that's actually built to scale. If you want to learn more about working with our team and with our company, feel free to check out our membership at sassandseo.com/membership. This is where you can check out the Built to Scale membership, which is available to all users. And surprise, surprise, we offer a bundle for people who are on our OBA platform, aka our GHL white label, who are using the software and also want to be part of the membership, where we not only give you the tools, but we show you the actual ways in which you use it and all of the other amazing support that's inside. So if you're curious about that, check out the links down below. If you have questions, as always, reach out. And if you want to connect directly, feel free to email our team at info@sassandseo.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in future videos. Bye, y'all!